case.
So for fun, I'll read that. We'll do a better job than me just remembering offhand. So, Mike had no contact with these enterprises, but as a chief financial officer, he could not claim to be entirely disengaged. Several of Mike's Christian friends told him he had to resign as they saw Mike always courted danger by working for a public media company. Now the long-exposed conflict between his faith and work had come. Mike saw the situation differently. Instead of resigning, he took his concerns to the next board meeting. He told the directors that the company's recent acquisition violated both its principles and its charter. Therefore, it was right and necessary for the corporation to divest itself of both properties. The board resisted, arguing that they had followed sound business practices by diversifying their holdings. Mike replied, "You can call it diversification, but owning a pornography producer violates our charter, and when the regulatory agencies find out, we'll be in trouble." The board member objected. "There is nothing in the transaction that would reveal the nature of their work. How would they find out?" Mike explained, "They will find out because I signed to tell them." "You'll do what?" the chairman shouted. Mike calmly replied, "I will tell them, because I am morally and legally bound to do so." Mike knew that he was right about the need to inform regulators, but it was still a high-risk strategy. Fortunately, his corporation soon sold both ventures and returned to its core enterprises. That's a win. There's no promises that happens every time, right? But instead of just resigning, to Rick's point, hey, can he be salt-light? Can he change his company around? And even if he had done all those things and still stayed, why would he be staying or why would he be leaving? That's what we're going to kind of be thinking through a little bit today. So, pharaohs. What was the philosophy of pharaohs? Who did they consider themselves?
God.
God. All right. So people should be like worshiping them. The whole land of Egypt was theirs, down to the land of the people. That's pretty Christian philosophy, right? You should go work for not very Christian philosophy, right? But when Joseph found himself down in the land of Egypt, he interpreted Pharaoh's dream, and Pharaoh's like, "You sound like just a man to run the place for me." And Joseph did that. Now, when he did so, he was able to save his people, God's people, and a lot of other people along the way too. The whole land of Egypt, arguably the whole world back then, because Egypt was the one who planned for that widespread famine back then. However, Moses, he was born Jewish, of course, but he had Pharaoh's daughter raising him. So Pharaoh was his father-in-law. And did he decide to work in the palace? Pharaoh? No, very much did not. And so we have two believers. One works under Pharaoh, one does not. What a change between Joseph's day and Moses' day that might have led to those godly decisions on both ends. We know that the view of Jewish people would change greatly, and Pharaoh was subjugating God's people. Not just extra work. We talked about that before, but intentionally, infanticide, trying to wipe them out their numbers to some extent, and being cruel. And so we see in Hebrews 11:24-27 there why Moses did not work for Pharaoh even though Joseph did. By faith, Moses, when he was grown up, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to be mistreated with the people of God than to enjoy the fleeting pleasures of sin. He considered the reproach of Christ greater wealth than the treasures of Egypt, where he was looking for the reward. By faith, he left Egypt, not being afraid of the anger of the king, for he endured as seeing him who is invisible. Which does get to one of the things we have to consider. If he would have stayed, his life would have been better. There would have been those fleeting pleasures, even of sin and of wealth. So we want to make sure that's not why we're working where we're working, telling ourselves something else. Jump forward a little bit. Israel's history, they get kings, they split north and the south, get get King Ahab coming along. He's in the running for the most wicked king of Israel, right? He did more evil in the sight of the Lord. He's the first one that they keep always throw back as further wicked kings go on. Wife kills all the prophets, and he stands idly by. Pretty greedy, takes what he wants. If he can't get it, it's okay with people dying along the way. So again, there's one word for King Ahab. Well, Elijah stood out front and cursed him for God. Then he kind of ran away. That it wasn't going to rain for 3 years. Prophet of God, righteous guy. So that's Elijah. But you remember Obadiah? Smaller character, I know. He was the one who worked in Ahab's house, kind of like, I don't know, chief of staff these days, maybe the president or whatever, or at least household manager for Ahab. Interesting. Let's read that one as well. So after those 3 years of famine, we had the major scene with Obadiah and Elijah at the same time. And as Obadiah was on his way, behold, Elijah met him. And Obadiah recognized him. He fell on his face and says, "Is it you, my lord Elijah?" The men had mutual respect. And he said to him, "It is I. Go, tell your lord, behold, Elijah is here." And he, as Obadiah, said, "How have I sinned that you would give your servant into the hand of Ahab to kill me? As the Lord your God lives, there is no nation or kingdom where my Lord has not sent to seek you. And when they would say, he is not here, he would take an oath of the kingdom or nation that they had not found you. And now you say, go tell your Lord, behold, Elijah is here. And as soon as I have gone from you, the Spirit of the Lord will carry you, I know nowhere. And so when I come and tell Ahab and he cannot find you, he will kill me." So again, we confirm that Ahab is an evil man with wrath and murderous intent. Although I, your servant, have feared the Lord from my youth, has it not been told my Lord what I did when Jezebel killed the prophets of the Lord? How I hid 100 men of the Lord's prophets by 50s in a cave, and fed them with bread and water. And now you say, go, tell your Lord, behold, Elijah is here, and he will kill me. And Elijah said, as the Lord of hosts lives, before whom I stand, I will surely show myself to him today. So Obadiah went to meet Ahab and told him, and Ahab went to meet Elijah. So, two men, one working very much against King Ahab, and one working for King Ahab. One more godly than the other? Seems like they're both godly men. So how can this be? You see that neither one tries to talk the other one out of the position. Obadiah doesn't say, what are you doing? And Elijah doesn't say, how are you working for this guy? They both respect the callings that God has given each of them. And so we see that even in the same situation, sometimes God's calling can be for one man or woman to rail against a thing that is evil, and another to work within it, trying to change it. What were the change Obadiah did? He was able to, whatever Jezebel about to kill all the prophets, found 100 of them and put 50 in a cave here, 50 in a cave there, and made sure they didn't die. I think we've probably heard stories of people under like Nazi Egypt and the like who, on some level seemed like they were working for the man just so they could undo what was going on. So, we'll have to think about those themes. When is it right, when it's not. People's thoughts. Luke? If you didn't have a thought, you don't have to. Fine.
It's tough, right? Like, you think about it, a guy in a bureaucrat or something, right? Just because the regime, the government, whatever, is doing abhorrent or even, negative things, certainly godly people in every line, and even if you're not truly working against them, which is kind of clear you're not working against Ahab, right? He's trying to be a, relatively faithful servant of the man that God had put in charge. But
Yeah. This came up before, where we are not called to judge another man's servant. We were getting at that, so we should be a little bit circumspect and understand how someone might have a different calling doing these things. Probably the back of the second page would be a good place to jump out of turn here, but principles that would guide our work for sure is that our jobs, whatever they may be, cannot require us to sin, either, one-offs or regularly. So if we are being required to sin in our duties, that would be a good time to be like, yeah, that's probably not, God's not calling me to this work. Obviously, professional hitmen, I think I wasn't here the week that came up, but we can think of lots of industries where it's just like 100% all the time, not going to be a job or calling for Christians. And then somewhere that would come up too frequently if you couldn't change it, probably have to leave. We've talked other weeks that it has to be done for life necessities. We're worse than an unbeliever and infidel. We don't provide for our families. We should not only not steal, but we should work so we have extra, so we can share with others, even outside of our family. And what we're talking about today, our work needs to engage the world, and we should be looking to Scripture. God gives us His Word, so at the examples of people serving faithfully, both His law and other people. I'm going to go there a little bit, and for kingdoms, I didn't know if I even wanted to touch on this, quite honestly. What, Jeff? I know. So this will be for like further study and reflection. And last week, I think we have to touch on it. How many people know one kingdom versus two kingdom view? How many people even like, yes, I know? Seriously, this would be a hand raise. This would be like, I might not have 50%. I probably don't. We're close there. So, I put it on the page there. People have said that, like, Luther would be your two kingdom, classical two kingdom view. Maybe less so. Calvin, I think it's largely debated. I got a recent book from last fall I was listening to, and they have lots of fun debating that. And then Kuyper, Abraham Kuyper, he's a good one kingdom guy, and in between there's also Herman Bobbing.
Quickly define one kingdom, two kingdoms?
Yeah, we're definitely going to do that. Yep, and then I'm giving the 50,000 foot view, and it'll come on down. So there was historical, the classical one kingdom, or two kingdom, and then I'd say the one kingdom came second, and then most recently, radical two kingdom, R2K. They wouldn't initially have called themselves radical, though, a reformed two kingdom, R2K, you can use it either way. So, one kingdom. I have it on the sheet there, back to the first page. Christ is Lord of all life and rules all things. His one kingdom is the gospel and comprehensive truth of the scriptures. They would still say that. Sometimes the two kingdoms, I'm saying, no, one kingdom. Let's just two kingdoms. I'm doing them out of order. Two kingdoms. Two kingdoms, Luther, that we started with before. I remember him saying that, the milkmaid, as well as the priests, were all doing God's work. He still thought there were two kingdoms. He said the church would be central to Christian life. Sometimes it's also called the twofold government of Christ. So while God reigns over all things in the two kingdom view, he's kind of right-handed and left-handed. Those who know the Lutherans, they like their law and their gospel. So the gospel reigns over the church, and so that's how that is done. And then God uses laws, His word, but maybe more so even natural law, to reign in the sphere outside of the church. So there's kind of the church, and there's everything else in the two kingdom view in this world. So, the gospel definitely applies to the church, but the question is, outside of the church for two kingdom people, is it more common grace? Do you really need the gospel to put two and two together, make four? Does that affect how things grow? They look at natural laws as God's way of making that happen. From creational So secular fields, this is where you get the secular divide as well, like politics, economics, science, and technology are governed by justice and law, not necessarily by grace. Christians should emphasize commonality between believers and non-believers in their mundane lives. Are we more like or unlike unbelievers when we're doing that work in engineering or on the slopes or something else? So that's more the classical True Kingdom. There's that nice little chart at the bottom I borrowed from someone as well. That would be the far left classical 2K. R2K is not what I'm going to be overly teaching on today. I'm going to jump to the Neo-Calvinist one kingdom view on the right bottom of that chart there. But Christ is Lord of all things. He rules one kingdom through the gospel and the comprehensive truth of Scripture. So the whole world, all of creation, is ruled by Christ. The church then isn't separate. It's a vanguard, a school, a hospital for disciples. But Christ's rule in the church versus outside the church, same rule, two different places. Many of you probably heard the famous quote, Jesus is Lord of every square inch of this world. That is from Abraham Kuyper. Which is fascinating to me. Like just reading Abraham Kuyper alone, you know, a worthy read. So you might think theologian, pastor wouldn't be wrong. He was a Dutch politician, journalist, you know, had papers, his paper that he would publish in and out of politics throughout his life, even becoming eventually the prime minister in the Netherlands, and he helped found the Dutch Reformed Church, the CRC that we have even in the U.S., Christian Reformed Church. First over there, when there's a U.S. side, kind of merged with his off-split whenever he didn't like the liberalization of the church in the Netherlands. And those two came together and we get the Dutch Reformed Church. So this was a guy who believed that God was in charge of all things, and so different spheres is how God would rule things. So instead of church and everything else, God clearly talks about family life in the Bible, church life, and government. Those three are like the easy big ones that you can find throughout the scriptures. But in all the different rightful spheres of work, politics, the arts, business, education is an easy one. God has put that correct calling and authority out there. So those in that sphere are the ones who should be making the decisions. So should the government be telling the schools what to do and the families what to do? No. Each has their own authority, even though there is overlap. So yes, at times we can feel that overlap. But in general, the father, the mother in the family, the pastors, elders in the church, the dean and teachers in the school, CEO in the boardroom, and on down it goes. So they would see it. Different spheres God has had, and then all of life is working out God's kingdom one. I'm sure I did not do the best explanation of this. Any early questions about that?
I didn't practically what is the difference.
So ideas have practical implications, right? So yes, how is that going to impact things? If you were a big two kingdom, like God rules by gospel in the church and in the world, He rules by the rules of creation, justice, and natural law. Sometimes even laws that aren't based on God's word. So two kingdom, got to follow the rules. God's put out natural laws for governments. Christians don't have to change them to make them all Christian, more based on the light of reason. Maybe that's not our responsibility to change laws of the land. We're going to understand that there's going to be secular businesses. They're not going to do things as God calls us to do, but they're making food and putting the lights on. We can be good with that. We're going to look more to how we can work well together with them to do that, just for common grace, making sure good things happen in this world. but not necessarily have to change it and saying that Christ is over it, that Christ has dominion over that. In the same, and God does, but more through creation norms. Versus a one kingdom person would be more like, no, Christ is in charge of that. We need to be changing that so that the law of Scripture, not just the law of nature and creation, is more and more reflected in that. So even to the extent of a law that's against God's law is no law at all, so you don't even have to follow that law. They'd be more quick to do that, and also looking to change laws in land, more active, in politics, more active in whatever sphere, in the sense of looking for change, more Christianizing, more salt and light. Don't let me mischaracterize, like faithful people on both sides. So it's more of a emphasis and a focus on one side versus on the other. The next page.
Jay, can I give you a minute here?
Yeah.
Just to try to augment. There's faithful people both sitting in this room today. And I think some of the differences come out on, number one, is there a hierarchical status of vocations? In other words, that if I do things in the church, those are more important than things that are outside the church. That's a two-kingdom view. The single kingdom view would be all vocations are important in more of an equal sense. And I think where most of the disagreement occurs is in how you determine the results, as whether they're successful or not. And I think that's where some of the strife has come over the time that this has been applied. It's, hey, you're wrong because you haven't applied these things in an effective way. And that's where your classical two kingdoms is going to say, well, you can't apply it effectively. It's going to have its limits. And somebody like Kuiper's going to have it show, well, yes, you can, and look at this. I move the whole government into these spheres. This is how God can go out into all these things. So, but it's even these things fail because we still have the devil and his thrashing, even though he's been defeated, is still fighting this whole thing. So until Christ comes again, we're not going to. So then you get into this eschatological view of where things are going to end up and whether we're going to stay in the same place or whether we're going to remain positive and Christ's going to rule over all or the rapture's coming. So there's a lot going on here of all this folding in. Classically, this church has supported people's vocations as all important. And we don't generally support that one vocation is more important. But that doesn't mean if you don't hold those views that you don't have a valid view.
Very well said. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, views, worldviews. On the next page, I kind of had Christ and culture, right? What's the relationship of Christ and culture? These things go together. I know we're talking about work, but how does our work affect our culture? Culture is obviously not monolithic based on time and place and where we find ourselves. Yep.
Quite understandable. Maybe we don't have time for that.
That's one that so Van Drunen, he was actually even up here. He's got to eat lunch with them. Thank you someone in this congregation. Proponent of it. So you see on like redemption, mostly our souls through our churches, and all creation, as you work from classical to radical to neo-Calvinist there. I'd say they double down on the radical two-kingdom, and they make more the church and the state like more overt. So they harder pencil a line around all these views, which you couldn't have found quite as they're not expounded as directly by either Luther or Calvin or anyone else. Brian.
Well, I would say, I'd ask for clarification on this, because I understand a little bit of that. It kind of goes back to the difference in understanding the of creation and all of the society being general, in a sense, under, like you said here, justice, law, common grace, versus the further covenant of grace is revealed to Abraham, to a specific people, and it's unfolding to Christ's statement of, my kingdom is not of this world. And so you see a greater separation, in a sense, between the general covenant of grace in Noah and a specific covenant of grace for a specific people. And so more of a greater delineation and separation between church and state.
Yes, the huge jumping off point is the Noahic covenant, and so they see more people that are going to be of radical two kingdoms see more discontinuity with that from the other covenants, whereas people in the one kingdom will see more continuity. So much so that Japan Druid even kind of implies the Noahic covenant, both with what God did before he gets on the ark, after he gets off the ark. I think it gets a little bit complex, if you ask me, including where the sacrifice happened when he gets off the ark, but that's thanks for what God did saving his family before the ark, and you're like, all right, so, yeah.
And this comes from Meredith Klein, and Klein separated the covenants, and again, this goes back to which people you follow, and the ones we've classically taught here is that all of these covenants is the one covenant of redemption, which is from the Westminster Confession. It's not like we're starting from scratch here. One covenant of redemption that starts at Genesis 3:15.
Yeah, so we see them more as one whole cloth, where we're not making these distinctions and separations, whereas they would. Yes. All right.
Jay, is it fair to put the Christ and culture, like 1 through 5, can we plug these into your two kingdoms chart and kind of have, because like I look at number 1, Christ against culture, and think of like growing up in the Baptist church, but then coming to the Presbyterian church, I see that as a different translation. So can you fit these into your two kingdoms, telling me which one is identifying as to, classical or radical?
I hadn't worked that, but I think that's a great idea.
I feel like that kind of helps me a little bit. I'm reading all this and I'm agreeing with different categories, but the Christ and culture is kind of definitive of how I'm living.
The Christ what culture?
Your relationship between Christ and culture, your 1 through 5 here.
Right, yeah.
Can you plug these numbers into your chart and tell me two kingdoms or no?
I think 3 would be very much one closer to one kingdom. Nothing in culture can save us. We need Christ. So you need the church. So 3 is going to be more favored out of that. And then 4 and 5 are going to be your one kingdom view. So, and then how radical you want, even as Jeff was saying, looking at the end of time here, your eschatology. Is it that human culture is deeply fallen but not abandoned by God, so Christians still have roles, or do you want to take it even stronger than the paradox and say Christ should be transforming culture? And this would be the Abraham Kuyper, I think. So human culture is fallen, but capable of redemption through Christ reshaping. So we should be. So it's hard to argue against wanting that to be the right answer. Like, even if you think it's not, it's hard to argue that you want it not to be true. But you can say, like, no, that's just not how God did things, so I can still say it's faithful. It's like, how do you not want that to be the case? Go ahead.
Well, I agree with 3, Christ is above culture, but then there's a part that Christians seem to ignore what happens in culture. And hey, we don't need to be mindful of that, how all of these things impact people. For me, especially in terms lately, especially looking at race and implications with how culture has influenced even church, and how we get ingrained into our one view of what culture is, and this becomes Christ, this becomes church, this becomes of how it should look. And when people speak against that, it's, well, you're not seeing Christ in everything. You're not, looking at it the way that Christ calls you to. Like, somehow the implications in culture don't also have implications in Christ, and vice versa. And so I would just say that we have to be mindful of what occurs in our culture. And even when we look at the two kingdoms, there's that aspect of, well, we're never going to change this, we're never going to resolve this. That shouldn't be our focus. We shouldn't get involved in government. We shouldn't speak about, fallen things. We should just preach the gospel. But the gospel isn't all things. It affects all things. And so there's that attitude of kind of like, what does Israel have to do with Rome? Mentality, where we just want to just completely live in our own little category and forget all of the heartache, pain, messed up things that happen in culture that have infiltrated the church. And we're just blind to see it.
Two great things that Glenn's bringing up. One is, how are you going to change culture if you don't understand your culture? So you can't be like the Amish, you're like, I don't know what's going on in the world around me. And the second is, as Christians, we are called to be salt and light, to be changing that culture. So keep oneself unstained by this world, yes, but we also must be that salt and light. We need to be evangelizing the nations, discipling, so we have to be working on changing things as well. Running low on time, I realized that. I got my little funny there on that page about, I think you need to be more explicit. Step 2 has to do with, sometimes these are great ideas, even worldviews can be great ways of thinking, and us talking about how we think, but if it never translates into action, how do we love our neighbor? How do we change the world? So we got to take it out of the thinking only spirit into the doing, for sure. For those who are here on Thursday, a great sermon about eternity by Pastor Rayburn. I commend it if I can find it for you. I don't know if we taped it or not. But in that, pointing out each one of us, it's a sermon to pastors, but he's asking the pastors to make sure he's preaching to us as well, that what we do does matter, that we will all give an account one day to God for our deeds, whether they're good or evil. And grace and works, as I put there, are not sparring partners in the eternal theological boxing match. Faith and works, right? In a rowboat. We need to be doing both. So figuring out how these things apply. So as we go back into our respective callings tomorrow, whether that be medicine, cleaning, making, building, protecting, nurturing, teaching, whatever we're doing, how are we ensuring that the gospel is going forth, but also that Christ is redeeming and mitigating the effects of sin and fall. So that can be done making water cleaner, for sure. Roads truer and straighter, right? That is Christ working through us. The bit on reformers there on that final page there as well, just kind of thinking through, as I said, changing the world. Obviously, Doriani has like the 4 P's, he's a good pastor. We have to have big ideas. Some of us have them, some of us don't. Some of us get behind other people that do. Have to have the passion so that we can be using God's gifts in the world around us, which includes working with others, right? Our position to be heard and our perseverance to keep going. This was a discussion starter more than the final word. Other people with any final words? Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you that your kingdom has come through Christ, and that we can continue to pray that your kingdom come, your will be done on heaven, on earth as it is in heaven. We know that this will fully occur at the end of all time, but even now, we get to be your agents, seeking to have your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us great wisdom in employing our gifts and our respective callings. Give us the passion and joy to live for our Savior, help us not to become like those around us, but help our minds be renewed, transform them through your word, through your spirit, through your work in our lives. We desire to see Jesus magnified in Anchorage and all the world. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.